So Kathy says, but we can't just blindly believe we are entirely valuable unless we really have something to offer. How can we prevent from being ignorant?
My gosh. Wow. Interesting, Kathy. Can I jump into it, Matt?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. You are entirely valuable, regardless of anything, actually. And this is my perspective. I mean, my work is deeply spiritual. That's really the basis of all the work that I teach. And in that, you are inherently valuable. You are entirely valuable. You're completely lovable, regardless of anything, regardless of any perceived flaws, any history, anything. You are entirely valuable. And I think this perspective, I get it, because a lot of people hold this perspective that you have to do something to be valuable. You have to achieve something to be valuable. You have to create something and be something different than your pure self to be valuable. And in fact, it's not even just a theory. The truth that I know for myself and that I know for you and for all people really is that we are inherently valuable. And that's actually what the deepest essence of self-love is. It's recognizing that your being, your essence, is entirely valuable right now and in every moment. And when you start to land in and relate to yourself from that depth of self-love, that depth of being innately valuable, you transform your entire world. I mean, not just relationships, everything. Because imagine if you're walking around with the true ingrained belief that you are valuable, that you are worthy of love, that you are worthy of abundance, that you are worthy of happiness and beauty. If we're creating our realities from the inside out, and that's a dominant belief system, then you're going to create an incredibly beautiful life. And it is the truth of you. It's the truth of your essence. Yes, you make mistakes. We all make mistakes. Are we perfect? No, we're not perfect. But are we valuable? Are we entirely valuable? Yes. And so that's just a choice for you to start seeing yourself that way. And when you do, not trying to convince yourself, but you actually start to truly feel yourself as that truth, as being entirely valuable, you'll change everything.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Very well said. Beautiful. Absolutely
Thank you.
beautiful. I got shivers up my spine listening to that. So I've kind of a different kind of approach at what I'd like to say
Oh
to you,
yeah,
Kathy. And
beautiful.
first, it's kind of an interesting. I'm just going to have a side note for everybody who's kind of reading this right now. Kathy's doing something that we call mismatching in psychology, right? It's kind of like this meta program of the way that she is communicating, which is she is finding what's missing, which is something that a lot of people naturally do. And here's the thing, Kathy, you don't have to blindly believe that you are valuable, because you do have something to offer, right? And the assumption in this is that you don't have something to offer, which is really, really interesting, right? And because we all have something to offer. Just your presence is something that you can offer somebody.
Yeah.
And you'd be surprised. It's interesting because a lot of times, especially if you're coming from a place, because I came from a place of feeling like I wasn't valuable. I came from a place of feeling like I wasn't worthy. Most of the successes that I've created in my life, and I've created a lot of successes in my life, have been coming from a place of trying to prove that I was worthy. And no matter how much I did, right? Like I was a special operations combat soldier, right? And I did this crazy thing in the military. And then I went to college and I graduated with honors, summa cum laude, and all that silly stuff, right? And then I built this business and I've done all these things, right? And no matter how much I did when I was coming from a place of not believing I was worthy, it never made me feel like I was worthy. It never did. And so what I found when I kind of shifted the way that I thought about things and got more curious and then started questioning some of these beliefs that I had, what I found is that just my my existence, my beingness, my just being around people, like they value it, right? They want to be, people like being around me. They like connecting with me. They like me being in their presence. And so, you know, you have something to offer. You have something to offer the people around you. You have something to offer the world. You probably have lots of things to offer. And so when you say, unless we have something to offer, there's nobody out there that doesn't have something to offer.
Mhm.
And so, you know, my suggestion would be to kind of like question this idea that you have in your mind that you don't have anything to offer,
Mhm.
and instead embrace the full reality that you have an infinite amount of things to offer the world, and that maybe you don't realize how special and valuable and amazing you actually are.